Give everybody a moment to just check in. But again, I hope that you've all had a very blessed week. Hope it's been a good one for each and every one of you. And just as a reminder that with our loving kindness practice, this is a practice that truly helps us to open our heart. It's a practice which helps us to cultivate love and compassion, all qualities that we've now learned can definitely be cultivated within us. Love is a quality that can be nurtured. Compassion is a quality that can be nurtured, just like any other quality. Anything that arises within us, we can cultivate. So whether we're cultivating good things, good qualities with wholesome qualities, or unwholesome qualities, such as like the anger, the jealousy, and those sort of things. And we want to minimize cultivating those seeds and really learn how to cultivate the good, wholesome seeds, the ones of the love, the compassion, the peace. And the loving kindness practice is a systematic way on how to do that. What it does is it moves the heart out of contraction and, being walled off and closed in, and really opens it to connection to ourselves and connection with others. And it really helps us to uncover that radiant and joyful heart within each and every one of us. The thing to remember, though, is that loving kindness, while we are practicing it here in these weekly sessions, we are practicing it as a formal practice where we spend about 5 minutes on each person, starting with sending the energy in towards ourselves, then moving it systematically and out through a series of other people in a very structured sort of way. And you can keep it this way. You can just utilize loving kindness practice as the only method of meditation that you do practice. In fact, in the teaching or the discourse on loving kindness, the Buddha stated that if anyone practices this and truly perfects it, it will lead all the way to full enlightenment if you're looking for a deeper spiritual aspiration or motivation in your practice. So you can practice it as a formal technique and be the only one you use, or it could be a complementary practice. And what I mean by that is that if you have a regular method of meditation, maybe a mantra practice or a breath awareness mindfulness practice or a visualization technique or any other practice that you are practicing, you can make metta or loving kindness a complementary practice by just adding it onto whatever practice you do, and by closing your practice out with maybe 5 minutes of metta. So instead of just doing 5 minutes for each person as we do in our sessions, you could just do a minute for each person and, do maybe a 20-30 minute mantra meditation and then end with just 5 minutes of metta. And it's a wonderful and beautiful way to close out any other practice we might be utilizing, because typically a mantra practice or a mindfulness practice or any other formal practice is typically we're working it for ourselves. And even the metta and loving kindness practice, we are truly working at a fundamental level for ourselves to open our heart and cultivate those feelings of love. But it has a undertone of selflessness associated with it, because at the end of it, we're sending this out and radiating it out to all beings. And so it's a nice way to move from a practice that we're doing for ourselves and expand that out and sort of give back towards others. So the metta practice can be formal, practice it all by itself, or if you ever just want to do it during the week and you have a core practice that you're working, just incorporate it and add it as like a complementary practice at the end of your technique, and you can be doing it for just 5 minutes each day. Also, please know that it doesn't need to be in a formal sitting or a cushion or a chair that you're practicing either. I think I might have mentioned this before, but sometimes when I'm out, I'm sending out metta everywhere I go. So if I'm in a car and someone pulls up to me at a red light, I might think to myself, may they be happy, may they be healthy, may they be peaceful, may they be loved. And I might do the same thing if I'm in a store. As I'm walking through a store, I might just send out that metta as I'm, moving up and down the aisles, or when I get into a line and I'm waiting, I send it to the people who might be in front of me or next to me, or the cashier or anybody else. So you can do this as a formal practice, structured and seated in silence and practicing it on your own, or you can do it when you're out and going about your day. So I thank you so much for joining us this morning, and let's get started. So I invite you now to get into any relaxed or comfortable position, and just get into what is often referred to as a dignified posture if you're seated. And that just means that you're sitting with your back straight, but you're at ease, you're relaxed, you're not sitting with any stiffness or tension in any way. And if there's any noticeable tension in your body, you can release that now by maybe, rolling your head or rolling your shoulders, or releasing any tension in any other part of the body that you might be feeling. And I invite you to close your eyes, but if you wish to leave them slightly open, that's okay. But closed eyes do help to turn our senses inwards and lessen any distractions that might be happening around us. Keep your hands in any position that's comfortable for you. And now let's just begin by taking a couple of deep, long breaths together. So I invite you to take a long, deep breath in. Slowly exhale or sigh your breath out. And take another long, deep breath in. Slowly exhale or sigh your breath out. And one more long, deep breath in. Slowly exhale or sigh your breath out. And now at this point, just allow your breath to settle to whatever its natural rhythm is in this moment. Not what you expect it to be or want it to be, but just allow the breath to be as it is. Your body knows how to breathe very well. It does it all day long, even when we're not thinking about it. In fact, the majority of all our breaths are unconscious. We're not consciously taking them, so just allow the breath to be however it's showing up in this moment. Don't judge it. Don't think it needs to be changed or anything like that. But just try to witness it. Try to observe it. The witnessing of the breath will help us to become more centered in this present moment experience. Whenever the mind wanders, just gently and lovingly come back to observing the breath again. And now that we're hopefully a little bit more centered in this moment, we're going to begin our loving kindness practice by sending out these well wishes and this loving energy towards ourselves. So we begin to send it inwardly first. So I invite you to move your awareness away from the breath and expand it out to include your whole being. Include your entire body. Bring all your awareness and attention to yourself. And now please just silently or softly whisper if you're alone these 4 statements after me. I am loved. I am happy. I am healthy. I am peaceful. I am loved. I am happy. I am healthy. I am peaceful. I am loved. I am happy. I am healthy. I am peaceful. And now please take a few moments to continue to offer yourself your own loving kindness by continuing to silently or gently whisper those statements to yourself. For some people, this is sometimes hard to send loving kindness to ourselves because some of us don't think we're deserving of love, or we're unworthy. But if you don't love yourself, really, who will? Caring for yourself is not selfish. Be friendly toward yourself. The loving kindness practice can help us to become friends once again with ourselves. The practice also starts with ourselves, because if we don't truly have love and know love, how can we fully and truly love another individual? We can't give away what we don't have. So we start the practice with ourselves, and I often remind you to keep a smile on your face as you do this practice, as you say these words, because it truly helps us to feel a little bit more loving, helps us to keep that intention and that feeling behind the words that we're saying. I am loved. I am happy. I am healthy. I am peaceful. And just don't recite these statements really, really fast. Make them meaningful. Don't rush through them, but put a little bit of feeling behind the words, that you really do wish and know that you are these things deep inside. These qualities exist within you. They are your true nature, your true essence, your true self. Altruistic, selfless love exists within you in potential. It's there. Happiness really exists within you. It's a state of being. It doesn't come from outside of us. Even healing and peace are inward things. Saturate every cell of your being with this loving kindness. Really fill yourself with it. Send this loving and compassionate energy inwards. And now we're going to begin to naturally radiate it outward. So we're going from the inner and now begin sending it out. So I invite you to call to mind, try to picture, imagine, sense, feel, visualize in any way possible somebody you know that you love a lot. Someone you love dearly. This person could be living or deceased. This does not matter. And just try to picture them, feel them, sense them in any way you can, before you or in your mind's eye. And now you're going to begin to naturally radiate out this loving energy towards them. And again, you're going to offer it through the recitation of these statements. And you can do it in one of two ways. You can either think of this person and just simply say, may you be loved. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be peaceful. Or if you wish to make it a little bit more intimate and personal, you can insert the person's name into the statements. So you can say, may he or she be loved. May he or she be happy. May he or she be healthy. May he or she be peaceful. Whichever one feels right to you. And if the mind is very busy, if there's a lot of thoughts going in and out of your mind, don't worry, don't get upset, don't get frustrated. The mind is just doing what it's been conditioned to do and created to do. That's think. With time and with practice, as we focus upon these people, concentration will build. But for now, whenever the mind wanders, don't get upset. Don't get frustrated. Just gently and lovingly simply encourage yourself to go back to the person, refocus on this person you love dearly, and just start again. Don't worry about where you were in the statements. Just start from the beginning. May you be loved. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be peaceful. And as a reminder, just continue to carry over that smile that you had when you were sending out this loving kindness towards yourself. Smile really does help us to feel a little bit more loving, a little bit more happy. It's hard to feel down when we have a smile on. And also explore yourself. Notice how you feel as you're sending out this loving energy towards the person that you love deeply, someone you care a lot about. You might find it's very easy to offer them these well wishes. It might flow forth from you very smoothly and with a lot of intensity. This is a barometer for how it should feel for all beings. The ability to send it out without any type of reward, without expecting anything in return. Just selflessly. An altruistic love wants to give of itself. And next I invite you now to call to mind someone you know who might be having a hard or a difficult time right now. Now this can be mentally, emotionally, or someone you know who's suffering physically with a sickness, illness, or disease. And try to call this person into your mind's eye. Try to picture, sense, feel, visualize, imagine, or see them in any way possible. Think of them before you. And now you're going to offer some loving kindness to this person in the same way you did for the person that you've loved. You can either just simply say, may you be loved. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be peaceful. Or if you know the person's name, you can insert their name into the statements and make it a little bit more personalized by saying, may he or she be loved. May he or she be happy. May he or she be healthy. May he or she be peaceful. And don't just let it be mechanical. Don't just let this be sort of like lip service where you're just thinking or reciting these in sort of a nonchalant way. But try to generate some feeling behind it. Try to generate that feeling of sending out this loving energy towards this person. Bring the heart and mind together. This again why it's helpful to maybe smile as you're doing it. The smile can help generate the feeling. But please know it's not the feeling that we're really trying to focus upon. It's just trying to really rest in these statements. If you truly just rest and be with these statements, may you be loved, you will eventually become absorbed in them. And a feeling will begin to arise on its own. So we're not trying to force a feeling. Slowly with time, the heart opens like the petals of a lotus flower. And the selfless love begins to pour forth, radiate from us in a very easy way. Whenever the mind wanders, just refocus back on this person who's having some sort of difficulty or is sick or suffering in some way. Don't worry about what statement you were on if your mind wandered and you got lost in the practice, but just refocus on them and start again. May you be loved. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be peaceful. And now we're going to begin to move into the part of the practice that for some people becomes a little bit more difficult. And now I'm going to ask you to try to call to mind someone you know who is of a neutral persuasion. Now, when we talk about a neutral person, we mean someone that you have really no feelings for, either good or bad. So you don't really love them, but you don't dislike them or hate them in any way either. It's someone you might not really know much about. You know, someone who may be living down the block or on your street. You know their face, you've seen them before, but you really don't know any story behind their life or them. Could be someone in your office building that you might just meet in an elevator or see every once in a while, but you really have never spoken or had a conversation with them. Could be someone who works in a store that you frequent. And so just try to call to mind some neutral person. And now we're going to begin to try to offer our loving kindness to them. And in this case, you probably don't know the person's name. So it's best just to use the may you be. So as you're thinking about them, try to picture, imagine, sense, feel, or visualize them in any way. You just simply begin by saying, may you be loved. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be peaceful. May you be loved. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be peaceful. And now just take a couple of moments to continue to offer your loving kindness now to this neutral person. Now this sometimes goes one of two ways. Because it's a neutral person, and there's no story attached to them, no thoughts or ideas about them or their life, some people find it very easy to send out loving kindness towards them as well. It's easy since there's no story involved, and you're just sort of thinking of this person and really wishing them, may they be happy, may they be healthy, may they be loved, may they be peaceful. But for others, because it's a neutral person that we really don't have any feelings for either way, for some, it might be a little bit more difficult. The mind may wander a little bit more. That's okay, that's natural. Don't judge yourself for that. But now what we're doing is we're exploring ourselves with this neutral person to see how the quality of our altruistic, selfless love is. Are we able to send it out with the same sort of generous spirit and that loving energy and intensity that we did for those we've loved and who are sick? Or is there a little bit of hesitation and resistance in it? Is there a bit of a less intense quality to the nature of our loving kindness when we get to this neutral person? We're not judging how our loving kindness is. We're not getting upset or, saying, why can't I send it out with the same intensity? We're just exploring it to maybe see where we do have some work to do. Because typically it's very easy to generate a loving feeling towards those who love us. It's often very easy to generate sort of compassion and loving energy towards those who are sick. In fact, many times in your life, you've probably let someone who was sick say something unkind and it didn't bother you as much because you knew they were in their right frame of mind. So you're a little bit more compassionate in the way you responded to their unkindness while they were sick. But now with this neutral person, we need to see how our ability to send out that altruistic love truly is. It's not a judgment on how we're doing it. It's just a noticing, an observation, a witnessing, so that we can strengthen this quality, cultivate the seed of love that is there within us all. And now next we go to what for many people is the most difficult part of the loving kindness practice. And now I'm going to ask you to try to picture, imagine, sense, feel, visualize in any way you can someone from the present or your past that you might have had a hard or a difficult time getting along with. Someone who possibly hurt you, used you, or wronged you in some type of way. Now, if you're new or a beginner in the practice, please don't start with the most difficult or hated person in the world or your life. Choose someone who's a little bit less troublesome. Somebody with whom you just maybe butt heads a little bit, or there's a little bit of an annoyance or an irritation when you're around them. We start with someone more manageable because we need, again, to explore and observe our reactions without being overwhelmed by any feelings that may arise. So please try to think of that person with whom you've had conflict, that difficult person. Now try to offer them your loving kindness. May you be loved. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be peaceful. Now see how this feels for you. You might notice that the mind wanders a lot more with the person of difficulty. It's harder to stay focused on them because they've hurt us or used us or wronged us in some type of way. There also might be a little bit of background chatter in your mind saying, I don't really wish this for this person. I don't feel this. I don't want them. I don't want to send them this loving kindness. They've hurt me. That's natural. When we've been hurt, we put up walls and we sort of safeguard our heart. And we also, if someone has hurt us, the typical default response is that when something unkind is done towards us, we react in an unkind way towards the person. And it's just like a cycle of back and forth. But we want to break that cycle. We want to also recognize that when someone acts badly, they are coming from a place of pain themselves. Just continue on. May you be loved. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be peaceful. And know that we're sending out this well wishes with the sense of generosity. The same way you would say to someone, may you have a happy birthday, is the same way you're saying, may you be loved. May you be peaceful. I encourage you again to put a smile on your face as you do this. It will truly help with this difficult person. Even though you might find yourself getting upset or angry. That's okay, that's even natural, but we want to recognize that change is possible. Because if we're getting angry in this part of the practice, it's not really the person that's doing it to us, it's our thoughts and the baggage that we carry around this person and around this experience. As you become more comfortable in your practice, you will find and begin to find that you can do it with some ease. There'll be a relaxing of the heart, and the heart will slowly begin to open, just like that lotus flower, petal by petal, slowly begins to open. And it truly becomes a profound, challenging, and liberating experience and process. Because we begin to cultivate some forgiveness around the situation, and forgiveness isn't really for the other person, it's for us. It's time for us to say, okay, I'm going to put down this baggage so that I can move forward in my journey. Helps us feel a little bit lighter. And now we come to the final part of our practice, in which we're going to send out this loving kindness now to all beings, to all life, everywhere in this universe. So once again, just recite either silently or softly whisper these statements to yourself. May all beings be loved. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be loved. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. And may all beings be peaceful. And now please take the final moments of our meditation to sincerely and wholeheartedly offer your loving kindness now to all beings, to all life, everywhere in this universe. Again, remember to offer this loving kindness, radiate out this loving energy with that generous spirit, offering it now to all beings and all life everywhere. For any of you that might be new today, I offer a visualization that you could incorporate at this point. And that is where, when we're sending out this loving kindness towards all beings, you could think of yourself like a radio transmitter. And when you say, may all beings be loved, send out whatever color love is for you, like a wave in all directions. So maybe you'll send out a red energy, radiating out from yourself in all directions into the universe. When you say, may all beings be happy, you send out whatever color happiness means to you in all directions. May all beings be healthy, send out a healing energy away from yourself in all directions. And when you say, may all beings be peaceful, send out a peaceful colored energy in all directions. Now, I only offer that as a tool. For some, it could be very helpful. For others, the visualization could sort of be distracting. So just utilize it if it feels right to you, if it resonates with you. If not, you don't have to incorporate it. Just a little trick that I picked up when I was in India. And then whenever the mind wanders, don't worry about where you were in the order of the statements. Just refocus again, center yourself, think about all beings everywhere, all life throughout the universe, and start again. May all beings be loved. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. And may all beings be peaceful. Remembering to keep that smile on your face when you practice. So just continue to send out that loving kindness. As you saw, if any of you are practicing this for the first time with us, if you're a first-time member of the group, there was a very systematic flow. We started with ourselves, moved through people we loved, through people with that we had no real feeling for, to difficult people, and finally to all beings, to generate that feeling of loving kindness towards all. Because the Buddha said, radiate boundless love towards all beings. Christ said to love one another, even your enemies. And so we're trying to cultivate that heart of love, that heart of compassion, so that we can follow and walk in the footsteps of those great beings and cultivate that love that all traditions have asked us to. It's not just the Buddhists, it's not just the Christians. In Hinduism, there are many statements or teachers who would say, love all, serve all. Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita says that the way of love leads sure and swift to him. And so our spiritual practice and our meditation should be helping us to cultivate that. May all beings be loved. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be peaceful. Our meditation has now come to its end. You may need to bring some gentle movement back to your body. You may wish to take a couple of deep breaths just to bring your awareness back to the room or the space that you're in. Whenever you feel ready, slowly begin to open your eyes. But as always, I truly thank each and every one of you for joining us in these group meditations. It's wonderful to come together with you. I really feel more connected, and I feel that there's a wonderful bond and an energy that's created by us when we sit together wherever we're at, but sit together as one mind and one heart, sending out this peaceful, this loving, this healing energy towards ourselves, others in the world. And as I was saying in the beginning, all traditions say we need to perfect our love, and that's what our spiritual practice and our meditation is about. It's not really about perfecting ourselves, but it's about perfecting our love. And by default, that helps us to perfect ourselves. So please just continue on with your practice. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, each and every one of you. I look forward to seeing you on Monday. Also, I'll state now that I have a online course that's now being released on Monday that will be a formal course in the Metta or loving kindness practice. And so when it's released by the company, I will put the link in this group and in this page, so that any of you that might want to take it and learn more about loving kindness and dive deeper into it, such as where it comes from, its roots, how to truly practice the power of it, the scientific benefits of it, you'll learn all about that in the course. And so, again, that's being released Monday, and Monday after the meditation, I'll put a link for that for any of you that might want might want to take that. But the other thing is that if any of you are interested in maybe learning a healing modality, one that is believed to be the grandfather of Reiki, at the end of this month, I am offering a Awaken the Healer Within, which is a Medicine Buddha empowerment and workshop, and it will be held in Cocoa Beach. But of course, it's limited to just 10 people. And we do have, I think it's 6 or 5 people signed up already. So we're about halfway full. But it is a 2-day course, and it's March 30th and March 31st for any of you that are interested. But it's a way to help heal ourselves. It can be a way to use hands-on healing when people are able to do that again. And also, it's a form of distance healing. So it's a way to sort of send out energies and send out these healing vibrations to help people get more centered and aligned and attuned and find that wholeness within themselves. And again, it is considered to be the grandfather of Reiki because Asui, who is the founder of Reiki, is actually believed to have taken his teaching from Tibetan Buddhism. And this Medicine Buddha workshop is the heart of Tibetan medicine. In fact, every Tibetan physician must be initiated in the Medicine Buddha workshop. And if I said March, I meant May 30th and May 31st. So thank you all so much. And I hope you have a beautiful weekend. I look forward to seeing you on Monday. And may each and every one of your days truly be filled with an abundance of love, happiness, and peace.